Well, hello, my paranormal peeps, and welcome back to another Deep Woods Paranormal podcast. My name is Matt Harvey. I am the host of the Deep Woods Paranormal podcast. I'm also the founder and lead investigator of Deep Woods Paranormal, also a producer of the new show coming out, which you'll see. You probably saw the logo in the other last podcast, but along with my wife Amanda and others who kind of join us for investigations like we did yesterday. My friend David joined us on a Bigfoot investigation. Um, we investigate all things paranormal, be it Bigfoot, UFOs, ghosts, cattle mutilations now, hauntings, aliens, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, river monsters. If it's unknown, what the heck was that? Okay, sorry to interrupt myself, but look back at the door right on here. There's a little kid that likes to play over by the door, and she gets real active. Oh, I think I just saw her peek back behind the wall there. As I start doing podcasts. So, anyways, so yeah, we do everything paranormal. If it's paranormal nature, we investigate it. If you're looking over my, I guess it'd be my right shoulder, you're seeing, or if you're just listening audio, I'll try and describe everything as best I can. We have a new table. It's probably about 4 feet wide. It's a 4 foot radius, excuse me, not wide. Um, you can see all the dolls just stacking up behind me. Some of these, like the Elmo, if you're watching, you'll see the Elmo doll eating what looks like the baby doll head of the baby doll's in Elmo's mouth, but that's the only way I could get the baby doll to sit there. Those two actually talk. In fact, I showed you last time, but come here. Oh, sorry, Elmo. So yeah, these are not. I didn't even touch them. These are not haunted, but these will be used on investigations where there's little kids or whatever. I have no idea what I just said. Um, anyways, so these guys they talk. You have to squeeze them. There's a button here, and he moves around. So I'll leave him here, and then a little baby doll for little kids. She's smiling. I don't know if he's voice activated or what, but he starts talking. We'll play later. Are you talking through the doll? Hello? Can you make Elmo talk again? I'm not touching Elmo. Can you make him talk? Squeeze his belly. Elmo? Hello? All right. I'm sure he's going to start talking as soon as I start to push on this. All right. So this is a little baby doll, too. Another idea. It's not haunted either, I don't think. You can see the dolls behind me. Some of them, I'm pretty sure, have some kind of energy. I'm not going to say they're haunted, but they definitely have an energy. And there's a lot of them now. There's like 7 or 8 of them. Had some weird things happen since I brought a few more home. The Raggedy Ann doll, or the look-alike Raggedy Ann doll, we took to the Pile House. We took it into the room where the little kids had perished, unfortunately. And somebody says that something came home with her. So I don't know. She may now be haunted. I bought her, right before we went. So, anyways, this is again another thing that might draw little kids in to play. We do have little kids that are haunting this area, not our house, but just this room. This room is here. Let me push this back a little. This room is full of items that have possible attachments to them. So I'm going to just set him here, or this little doll here. Elmo can go back to eating him or her. All right. So lower hand. What does that mean? Oh, there's Chance coming in. Yeah, we've been adding to our collection of haunted dolls. You can see the giant mess. Oops, back here. There's a lot of them. There's a bigger doll down here, and this is the one I just got from the Goodwill the other day. I pick them up, and if they feel like they have an energy to them, I grab them. and then bring them home. And then we're going to be doing some experiments with all these dolls. These dolls will essentially be lined up along this wall here, back here on the table. Once I get all that moved, there's we got a new printer, so everything from the table next to me got put over here, which makes it really hard to charge gear, by the way. So yeah, a lot of haunted dolls. They're just all porcelain. I'm pretty sure they're all replicas. The one in the box, though, is not. I don't think it's a replica. I think it's a real expensive doll. So she will remain in her box, and then all those dolls will be pushed up against that wall, and then we'll basically put K2s out and other things. We just haven't gotten to that yet. So that'll happen. Again, all the haunted objects that were next to me. You got the crystal, and you got the what is it? The dragon. You got what else is over there that's haunted? The razor here. The old razor that could have some energy to it. What else is over there that could be? You got the creepy McDonald's doll that I got at an adult kids meal. Believe it or not. What else is over there? Oh, yeah, you got the spectacles for the theater spectacles. Those are really old. I'm pretty sure there's a woman attached to them, if she's still attached. And then there's some wooden dreidels for the kids. There's a lot of toys over there. I've got a whole bunch of props for kids. Because sometimes we go into locations, and sorry for the shaky camera here. We go into locations and we get a lot of kid spirits. The Woodbine's one of them, the Woodbine Hotel. There's Danny, and then possibly that little girl. The house down in oh god, why can't I remember it is? Because it's 2 o'clock in the morning, maybe. The house down in Galveston, the Normandy Inn. There's a couple little kids there. I think they're a little older though, so I don't think they would be interested in probably playing with either the dolls or the top. We need to find something that's more age appropriate for them. But okay, that's not what I was going to get into. I'm sorry, I kind of got sidetracked here. Okay, so you guys are going, okay, you haven't been on here for a week. What's going on? So I'm waiting for a couple of things. I had ordered something so I could do podcasts in the car. I don't know how they're going to go. I'm going to basically do a couple and listen to them and see how they sound so I can get you guys a couple like short podcasts to add in during the week. So you have something I can talk to you about Bigfoots or UFOs or whatever. Speaking of UFOs, okay, so we've kind of hit a roadblock. A lot of our witnesses are a little afraid to come forward because of different government agencies, if you will, thinking that they need to stop them. They don't want information. There's who is that? Who's this? No, it's Mama dog coming in. So we have 5 dogs. Most of them are sleeping. There's Shorty. So and there's Zeus. Okay, so we got 4 out of the 5 in here. Tink's in bed with Amanda. So yeah, we've been talking to witnesses. We're trying to be really careful so that we don't have anything crazy happen with them. We don't want them to be threatened. We don't want them to feel uncomfortable in any way. We don't want them to have issues later on. Sorry, something was crawling on me. We just want to make sure we keep everybody safe. It's just not worth having somebody not be able to do, a future job because they came forward and on our show and kind of gave testimony, if you will. But yeah, so essentially, like I said, three-letter government agencies have been telling people to be quiet out here, and I have it on good word that there are a lot more cattle mutilations going on than we even know, and I can't tell you any more than that right now. Partially because I don't want to ruin the show for everybody, but also because I don't want to get anybody in trouble. Like I said, people are being threatened by agencies, if you will. And I just don't want, like I said, people's safety is my most important thing. It's be ahead of not faking any evidence. I don't like people who fake evidence on investigations. I want real, real information, real evidence, stuff like that. Okay, so let me share my screen with you. Hold on a second. All right, so if you're watching, you can see this. I ordered this from Walmart. What this is just a custom. It's a little piece that sticks into the bottom of my phone, and then it comes with a mic, a wireless mic. It's just a little tiny. It's probably about an inch, inch and a half long, and I can clip it to my shirt, or I can just hold on to it and talk into it, just like I'm talking into my mic now. And what I'm thinking is, when I'm at work, I have some downtime. Normally, I'm sitting there listening to other people's podcasts, or I'm listening to YouTube or flipping through Twitter, just looking for anything interesting to talk, of current events, essentially on anything paranormal or other things. So I basically, this mic, as you can see it, she has it kind of in her hand. It plugs into the bottom of your phone, and then basically you can talk into it, and it records like different audio. So it goes into all kinds of different devices. Mainly, I'm going to be using it for my phone. You can kind of see that they basically say that limits, constraints, and automatic. God, I can't talk tonight. Get rid of unlimited constraints and automatically match, plug and play. So whatever that means. It essentially just says it basically noise cancels and everything for you. So, anyways, also, this is cool. If you're watching on here, I got it's a mini microscope. It's not like the normal microscope that you turn the little wheel up or down to kind of zoom in. What I really like about this one is it basically it'll show you can USB to it, and it'll record images for you onto your phone, onto your computer, anything that's Bluetooth that you can connect it to. So essentially, you can zoom in, zoom out. And the reason I want this is we have hair samples. We have several hair samples. I have hair samples from Black Star Canyon. I've got hair samples from a rock that was thrown at Joe. It's still attached to the rock. At this point in time, there's probably not any DNA left. But there's hair samples that David and I collected when I first met him. And so essentially what it does is it magnifies whatever. Now, I was listening to Tate's show. And if you haven't watched Tate's show, I'll put a link to it down below. He's an avid Bigfoot researcher. He's been researching Bigfoot for a long time. I really like Tate because he's very to the point, and he's not going to fake anything. He's going to tell you how it is. He's not going to say, "Oh, everything is a Bigfoot." And that's what I'm talking about by faking evidence, or you can't think that everything is a Bigfoot, and it's hard. And I'll talk about that in a second, because we were out with Amanda and I were out with David and his family last night, and it's the start of our Bigfoot show here. But we had an amazing night, by the way. I'm looking forward to going through the video and the audio to see if we captured what we heard. Let's just put it that way. I don't want to get into too much because that's probably going to be show number 2. But anyways, I wanted something where I could zoom in on the hair. And Dr. Meldrum does this for Tate, and I don't want to get into too much information. But he gets the hair samples looked at by a couple different people. And what they do is they zoom in super duty onto the hair to look for basically, it's called a medullum, I think. I'm probably misstating that. It's 2:00 in the morning, so my brain's not 100%, and I'm getting a little tired and I'm ready to go to bed. But I got home from work early tonight, which is unusual. Anyways, I want to be able to zoom in on these hairs, and I want to see if it has that middle piece, and I think it's called the medullum, and I'm probably mispronouncing it, so bear with me. But I want to look in and see if it has that, and if it doesn't, then I might actually send these out. I want to make sure they're not, number one, they're not fake. If they do have that, Essentially, then I'm going to, just put the hair sample aside and, just keep it as a fun collector's item. But anyways, so we've got lots of hair samples that I want to look at. Speaking of that, we come over to our channel here. We move me out of the way. I forgot I should have gone to here. All right, so this is Deepwood's Paranormal channel. Our shows will probably be in a separate set of videos, maybe a different set of what do they call them? Playlist. It'll be on a separate playlist. So when you come in here, it'll be in here. I think the UFO one, which is going to be probably our first show, it's going to be a little too controversial for YouTube. We're talking about things that they don't want us to talk about, and we'll talk about UFOs here in a few minutes. But I've heard so many things over the last, I don't know, month, because or month and a half, however long it's been since these cattle mutilations started. I've been doing more and more and more research and really diving into what's really going on. And I'll tell you, it's scary. It's scary. The amount of, number one, disinformation that they put out, the fact that they try and discredit anyone and everyone who has real evidence, and then basically they basically kick it out and say, nope, that's not real. On TikTok, maybe I can look on there and find that video. There's actually, if you're into the UFO field, go to TikTok and look up the Nevada UFO crash, where the aliens in that person's backyard. When I first saw it, I was skeptical. Okay, it's just a meteor coming through, or maybe a satellite coming down, parts of just space debris coming down. But the guy, he takes a better look at it. The kid is actually recording with his cell phone. It's not a great picture, not a great video, but he's basically pointing his camera at a forklift. And this guy on TikTok, I forget his name. I don't know if I'm basically I'm following him or not, but he took a deeper dive into it, and I'm really glad he did, to be honest with you. And I don't think he is making this up either. I don't think he's making done some kind of CGI or anything. But if you look, he zooms in on the forklift, and when he does that, and this thing moves, something moves behind the forklift. I'm not going to give it away. You guys can go watch that video. You can probably find it. But there really is something back there. And the fact that the police caught, whoa, got goosebumps going down my arm right now. The fact that something flies down on one of the cops' cameras, and the police officers actually captured it, and the fact that they went in the backyard and they saw something and ran out, really tells me that there must be something to it. I'm not going to say it's a UFO. I'm not going to say it's an alien, because I wasn't there. I don't know. The only people that really know are the police officers that experienced it in that family. Did they make it up? A lot of people are now saying they made it up and it's fake. But I'm pretty sure it's real, in my opinion. And that's just my opinion. I always tell you guys, I don't expect you guys to believe until you've had an experience where you could say that can't be anything else but. So, take it with a grain of salt. I don't expect anyone to become a believer because I say something is real. And I don't want you to do that. I want you to go have your own experience if you're interested in this type of thing. I've talked about this before on the show. We are looking for other groups, other enthusiasts, business owners that want to have us come out and investigate with them at their locations. We want you to be a part of our show. So we're just starting, like I said, we're just starting into the Bigfoot stuff. It's probably going to take us 2 or 3 weekends to get that shot. And then editing. So far, I think we've had 4 4 investigations with the cattle mutilations where we've gone out and watched the cattle and we've watched the skies and we've had absolutely no activity. We haven't seen anything. We just haven't seen anything. We did when John and I and another couple of people went out, and then you'll see that on the on the show. But other than that, Amanda and I have had some strange encounters with things that we just don't know what they are. Amanda caught something on camera. I caught something on camera. And again, it's only been shot on a cell phone because it kind of took us by surprise. And just like everybody else is out there shooting basically with cell phones because, you're not carrying around a big, huge camera, professional camera with you all the time. It's a little difficult to get, really good video of that stuff. The camera phones have gotten way better than they used to be, but they're still not the same as using like a DSLR camera or a really good handy cam or a professional camera like you see them using on TV. And now we have something very similar to that. Hey, sorry, we're playing at 2:30 in the morning here. All right, so not trying to push our Rumble channel on anybody. We're getting tons of new followers both on our YouTube channel and our Rumble channel. Let me come over here to the Rumble channel. Let me just go in here. Okay. As you see, it said 478 people. So this is the last podcast I did. So now we're just going crazy. I think we started out, I can't remember when I set this Rumble channel up. I set it up in, I want to say it was February or March of this year. And I just want to thank everybody again for subscribing to our channel, helping our cause. I think you guys are really going to like the shows. It's going to be like nothing we've done so far. I'm having a lot of fun putting it together, and I really hope that what I'm hoping it becomes, and I'm really hoping that you guys really enjoy watching the show. Let's put it that way. But like I said, the cattle mutilation video or show, I think I'm trying to be very careful with it because, I want the show to be all ages and the paranormal show we're making. And I want to make sure that, because our audience is, we have everything from, little kids watching us all the way up to people that are much, much older. And I want to make sure that the audience that's watching, we don't, basically exclude anyone. So, I want to kind of keep it PG, if you will. But I still think that because it's such a controversial thing, YouTube will have an issue with it. So it'll probably come over here on the Rumble page. If you're not on a Rumble channel, it is linked in the video, the audio below. It'll also be linked in both on the YouTube page. It's on our I think it's on our Facebook page too. It's on almost everything we do. So you can just go down, scroll through the down below, the comments down below, and you'll be able to find it. Not the comments. Bear with me. I'm having an issue here. Let me just click on this one. So I'm not gonna let that play. But you can see the description. That's what I was looking for. I'm sorry. I'm falling asleep here. All right. So basically, you can see the audio podcast is here. Our website. Rumble is not on our website yet. We have YouTube only there. But if you like watching YouTube, you can go on our website as well. You can see our podcast website, which is our actual website, but it's a separate page on there. Our Manscaped stuff. If you're interested, the discounts codes here. Our Facebook page is here. Our Facebook group. We're getting a lot of new Facebook group members. I post content there like once or twice a week if I can, if not more. The last 2 weeks, I've had a lot of opportunities to work at work, and I need it to basically, I need the money to basically put this show together. So it's self-funded, We're basically doing all this ourselves. So, anyways, and it's not cheap to put all this together, guys. So, um, what I'm hoping long term is that these shows do really well, and I'm hoping that you guys really like them, and it gets bumped, so we get onto like Netflix, or we get onto whatever your favorite app is for entertainment. But anyways, so our YouTube page is in here, and also our Rumble page should also be in here. I need to put the Rumble page in the description from here on out. But the Rumble will be in there, so you guys can look for that, and you come over here, or just look up Deepwoods Paranormal, and you can watch our videos over here. We don't post anything different than we post on YouTube, but certain shows may not be allowed to go on to YouTube, like I said, because they do restrict certain things, and I just don't want to. I don't want to have an issue. I don't want to have my channel taken down again. I've already had one experience where I posted a UFO, and it got the attention of, I don't know who it got the attention of, but all of a sudden my Facebook page, I was locked out of my Facebook page. I was locked out of my YouTube channel. And this is like 13, 14 years ago. And then my computer got hacked and wiped. I mean, literally, like professionally wiped. I had a friend that he basically built programs. He did all this stuff. He could basically build the computer like this. And he looked at it and he's like, this was done professionally by, more than likely Big Brother, if you will. So, anyways, all right. So I'm just rambling on. I just want to make sure people know what's going on. We did go out and do some Bigfoot research. I know we have a lot of Bigfoot fans in here, and you're all going, okay, so, when are you going to get back into Bigfooting? We are Bigfooting right now. We're trying to put the last bits and pieces together of our first show, which is on the cattle mutilations. We weren't expecting that to come in, but if you don't know, I got contacted by several friends that know I'm into the paranormal, and started getting contacted by other people through Facebook and through YouTube and other stuff like that. Hey, are you looking into the cattle mutilations? I was like, well, what in the world? I think I got 100 different people sending me messages regarding the cattle mutilations. And I got little pieces of information for each one of them. Some of them had cattle mutilated on their property, and we'll get testimony from them and written content. Again, it's going to be can't talk tonight. It's going to be anonymous. We're not going to have anybody's names on here. Like I said, just because, number one, privacy, but number two, we just need to make sure that we don't have anyone having any issues with anything. And I don't want to have any issues. I don't want to get a knock on my door saying, hey, you need to stop, which has happened to a couple of friends of mine. It's that have had the cattle mutilated on their properties. And that's all I can say about that. Oops. I got a dog in my lap. He's wanting attention. So, but anyways, the cattle, that'll be out as quick as I can get it out. It's just taking a lot longer than I ever thought it would take to put it together. Usually a YouTube video takes me, like 4 or 5 days to get edited and get it up. But these are way more involved. Like I said, they're not going to be like anything you've seen us do before. We're going to try and put it together so it looks like a real professional show. And I think this will be the start of my production career, if you will. So if we can get enough viewers to watch it, and we can get it shared and all that stuff, and when it comes out and you guys really like it, then we'll be off and rolling, and hopefully Amanda and I are going to be on a different career path. Anyways, all right. So I've been talking about aliens and basically about cattle mutilations and stuff like that. I've been hearing a crap ton of stuff. I don't know if you guys have too, but I don't know how many people have been talking about aliens, the mothership, and all this other stuff. I've talked about this before, I'm going to sit back here. I've met a lot of people in the military that have told me things, and they've told me, through anonymity, they don't want their names said, they don't want their information given out, but they've said the same thing that this whistleblower. I'm going to play a video for you in a minute that this whistleblower is talking about. Yes, we have alien technology. Yes, we've been using it for years. Yes, we've found down saucers. Yes, we have all this stuff because of aliens. And, the military is like 50, 60 years ahead of everything else. Everything you see coming out now is probably 50, 60-year-old technology, like the tablets and the phones and they're talking about lasers and all this other stuff, the stealth technology. If you look, and I've talked about this again before, so I'm not going to talk about it too much, but go back in history. Hitler supposedly found a downed UFO. He was very much into, everything paranormal, ghosts, UFOs, aliens. He was in all that stuff. He was into the occult. And and the cult and the paranormal are two different things, by the way. I don't want to mix them together or whatever. They are completely two different things. The cult is completely separate from paranormal research. There are people that try and mix it and stuff like that. That's not us. We don't mess with that. We're here to basically document things and just get, to show you guys what we find. And essentially, let me kind of backtrack here. When I first put this podcast together, a lot of people said, "Oh, you should do a podcast. You should do a podcast." And the reason was we were working with a producer and we were trying to put together a show. And unfortunately, that didn't work out, for health reasons, let's just say. So essentially, bear with me here. I'm trying to adjust my computer just a little bit. So I apologize if you see me going back and forth. So essentially what happened was they gave me a bunch of editing software. And, he had a real nice talk with me. We spoke for about an hour. He said, just keep doing what you're doing. Keep producing content. You'll get there. You'll figure it out. And I think at this point, I think I've started to figure it out. I hope I have. At least we'll find out when you guys watch the shows. Hopefully you really enjoy them. But essentially, where was I going with this? I lost my train of thought. So essentially, I know. We put the podcast together to kind of go as like talking about our investigations. And we used to do investigation a week, which is not actually much for us. When I first started into the paranormal, whatever it was, almost 30 some odd years ago, we were just ghost hunters. We were part of the TAPS family member teams. We were trained by the TAPS family member teams. We met with Jason and Grant. We got to meet them, which was really cool. We worked with a lot of the people that they had as top lieutenants and stuff like that, and people that would go in and investigate locations before them to make sure that there was actually activity and report back to them. And then they would go in and do their show there. We did a lot of that. So over the years, like I was saying before, I've just built up all this experience. Then I had my first Bigfoot sighting, which we've talked about multiple times, and I was hooked on that. And then I saw that UFO. And again, I'm not saying it's little green men. I think that might have been some kind of, well, now I'm just kind of questioning that too. But was it some kind of government, UFO? Was it one of ours that we created? Probably. Was it little green men? I can't tell you, or gray aliens, or whatever you want to call it. Was it aliens? Was this somebody from another planet? I can't tell you that. But it was very interesting, and it lasted a long period of time. And because I shared it on YouTube and Facebook, both of my accounts were taken down. and I'd start all over again. I think we had 40 some odd thousand people on that channel, on that YouTube channel, and I had almost 5,000 friends, all paranormal friends. Now my Facebook, I got my Facebook channel back. They deleted all those pictures off there. They were gone. In fact, they took a lot of the evidence that I posted on Facebook, pictures and videos and stuff like that, all were removed. And then my computer the next day gets wiped for basically talking about or showing what I thought was a UFO. What was interesting also is 2 weeks later, multiple people in Orange County, when we lived in California, came forward and said they were seeing it. Even police officers and stuff were seeing exactly what I had filmed and taken pictures of. So it just irritated me. But anyway, so let's listen to this guy. Let me actually. I know I'm rambling. I apologize. I've talked to, like I said, I've talked to multiple people in the military, and I've heard things about Area 51. I've heard that there's a lot of other areas that people don't know about, even more secretive than Area 51. Area 51, because it became such a, like it got put in the spotlight. They moved the super secret projects to other locations. Now they are still working on stuff at Area 51, but I believe they've moved a lot of what what people think are UFOs and other technologies to other places. I hear that we have, if you've ever seen the movie Star Wars or Star Trek, or you've seen any of those sci-fi movies where we have very large craft that we can fly through the galaxy, we can go into other galaxies and stuff like that. That's what I'm hearing we have. Like I said, the technology, from what I understand, is actually like 50, 60 years behind. Now they're talking about, because they reverse engineered these UFOs, alien spacecraft, they are saying that, we could basically have free power. And they knew about this 50, 60 years ago, and they basically, didn't share it with the people. And you wonder why Nikola Tesla disappeared, because he was trying to give free power to the world. It's just, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. Well, I kind of have, but I'm not going to go down any further, let's say, into that rabbit hole. Anyway, so let's listen to this gentleman here. This is a very long video. I'm not going to listen to the whole thing. Hey, sorry. They get all excited when I come home. Hey, and they love to play. I don't know if they're trying to show off to me or what, but anyways. All right, so let's listen to this guy. I'm going to move the camera.
We're definitely not alone.
Claim that our government has proof of alien life.
We have spacecraft from another species. We do. Yeah. How many? Quite a number. Some are landed, some are crashed.
Allegations of a secret government program that has hidden the truth, the technology, from the world.
There's a sophisticated disinformation campaign targeting the U.S. populace, which is extremely unethical and immoral. And it's...
All right, bear with me. I'm going to move the mic back and forth so you guys can listen to him and then listen to me. So this guy is like, he's one of our top military people. He's in the know. He knows a lot about our technologies and all this other stuff. And I've listened to him talk, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to go into the whole video of him talking. I'll leave the link to this down below in the description for you guys to go back and listen to. But he's like I said, he's in the know. He talks about the black budget and all kinds of other stuff. And he says that there's a very small portion of the military that has that black budget, and they're the ones basically creating these ships and working with this technology, and the rest of the government, like the military, isn't involved in it. Even Congress and the president supposedly don't know about it. Excuse me. And so he's saying that, again, for you conspiracy theorists out there, he's blowing the whistle on this, and he wants to let people know what's really going on. So let's listen to him, continue to listen to him, and I might step in here from time to time.
Totally frightening.
From Roswell to the present day.
There are non-prosaic cases, 100% unexplainable. This is like tangible technical craft they're seeing.
Is this decorated officer a liar?
Why should we believe you?
A fool?
Is it possible that you're deluding yourself?
Or a hero?
I'm a patriot, and I believe in truth to power in this.
We're talking about the biggest secret in human history.
We are not alone. The UFO whistleblower speaks.
All right, guys, I hope you could hear that audio. Again, it will be linked. The link to his interview will be linked down below in the description for you guys to come in here and listen to it. You have to make up your own mind. And like I said, I don't want to influence anybody. What we like to do, again, and this will be our shows too, we've always done this. We just try and document anything unexplained or unknown or paranormal in nature, which is not normal, and let you guys decide what you think. Is it real? Is it not? We're not here to tell you, that item moved on its own and it's a ghost. We're just showing you what happened. And so I'm not a news agency. I'm not this is not a news channel or paranormal news channel. This is just basically things that are interesting to me, and I'm just sharing information with you guys for you to, like I said, make up your own minds. You might just think this guy's an absolute, lunatic. You might think I'm not a lunatic, a Looney Tunes. You might think I'm Looney Tunes. You've been drinking the Kool-Aid too long, Matt, and that's fine. That's what my wife rolls her eyes at me half the time when I say things. But whatever. You guys have to make up your own mind. So, I think hopefully next weekend we're gonna have Tate on. I'm supposed to get that mic here in for my phone shortly. Let me stop sharing my screen. All right. So I'm supposed to get that mic soon, and we will basically start doing shorter podcasts so that you guys can go by and listen to some of the shorter podcasts I want to do, 10, 15 minutes, if that's even possible for me. But I do go by at work. I do go by a lot of locations where there have been Bigfoot sightings, like road crossings. I've been tempted to pull over on my way back from dropping off crews. If you don't know, I drive for a living. I deliver people from point A to point B and point C and whatever else. I work a lot of nights. I'm on call from, I don't even want to give that information out, but I do work a lot of nights. Tonight I worked the afternoon shift, which was great because I got home just before midnight. So anyways, yeah, we we'll basically do these shorter podcasts where I can pull over maybe at a place where Bigfoot crossings happened, and we can have a quick discussion about it or whatever. And so there might be some 5, 10 minute, 15-minute podcasts on there. If I'm at work, I can't do too long of podcasts. I'm going to see how the audio sounds, and we'll see if it's worth even putting on here. But anyways, so I just want to thank everyone again for your support. Thank you guys for blowing up our YouTube channel and our Rumble channel. Please keep subscribing. Please keep sharing our content. Please keep hitting that thumbs up button. Please feel free to comment down below if you have a question. You want to be on the show, you live here in Texas somewhere, you've got a place that is haunted, you've got Bigfoot activity on your property, or you're a Bigfoot researcher and you have a cool place you want us to come out and check out, just note that it takes a couple, 3 weekends sometimes of us shooting videos at that location, depending on our schedules, and to get a show put together. It's a lot. It's very, very involved. Did that doll just move? Oh my gosh, that's creepy. Anyways, sorry. Freaking myself out. Oh, okay. I don't know if that was Amanda or somebody just peeked around the corner. Just walked up right here in the middle and into the darkness in the doorway there. All right. So yeah, there's always paranormal stuff going on in this area because there's just so much energy in this room. A lot of haunted objects, like I said, and of course we have all this data stored of possible paranormal findings. All right. So, anyways, I just wanted to thank you guys again. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Just remember that if it's nasty or it's not PG rated, PG-13 rated, please don't leave the comment. You can email me. You can text me. All my information is down below. My cell number. If you want to get a hold of me and talk to me about your location, you want to talk to me about the show and stuff like that, or you just want to be a guest on the podcast, we're always looking for guests. Did you live in a haunted house? Are you living in a haunted house now? Have you had a Bigfoot encounter? And you can come on and be anonymous if you want, or you can come on and whatever. Anyways, like I said, we're always welcoming guests to come on our show, even if you're from another paranormal team or whatever. We love to hear from you because we can always learn from each other and share information and stuff like that. If you're not constantly learning, you're basically just not living, pretty much. So, all right, guys, thank you again for listening to me ramble on for however long it's been. We appreciate you, and we will catch you on the next one.